Hello YouTube, this is the Archangel back again with another deck review, and today I'll be doing a deck review on the NOC V3 in green. And the NOC playing cards are created by the Blue Crown, and this, as I said, this is the 3rd edition. The 1st edition and the 2nd edition were printed by the USPCC, but this one is printed by the Expert Playing Card Company, which is not that new, but it's like, yeah, quite a new company, playing card company. So it's not USPCC, so the cards feel a bit different, and that's unique. And the V1s have a thicker border than the V2s and the V3s. And the V2s and the V3s are pretty much the same. The only difference is the companies that printed the cards and the box. So the V2s and the V3s come in the same colors, just a different box. And actually all the V1s to the V3s, they come in 5 colors, which is red, purple, blue, green, and yellow. So now we'll get to the cards, to the box first. The box is actually a side tuck box, which is quite new, created by the EPCC. So this is not something that comes out like with most decks. So this is a really unique touch and quite new and probably good for collectors. And the deck is just green on the outside, as you can see there. And there's a black strip here with the writing NOC minimal playing cards. And here it says, meet with great care in Taipei, exclusively for House of Playing Cards by the Expert Playing Card Company. These cards were actually created for magicians or cardists who want to, like, this is just like a practice deck for them, because cards with intricate back designs, for magicians, it may distract the audience. So as I said on the website, it's like what you do with the cards, not about the cards themselves. So these cards are mainly for practice and performance, not for like collecting, but of course it's also quite unique for collectors. So as it's written here, it's called minimal playing cards. So it's a really simple deck of cards. And when you get to the tuck box, to the inside, it's actually all green, so that's a really nice touch, and that's not common with, like, only a few decks produced has a color as the inside is colored. So that's a really nice touch, makes it look nicer. And it has a flap reveal, and every color has a different reveal. So this one is, for the green color, it's your card is these 6 of diamonds, if you can see there. So that's a really nice touch. It's for magic. And this is what the deck actually looks like. We'll get to the cards themselves first. They're actually all standard with the normal, they're actually the same with the normal bicycle standard deck. Nothing different, no court cards customized. The number cards are also all the same because it's for practice, it's for magic, for cardistry, and it's a really simple deck of cards. So now I'll just get to the Ace of Spades first. So the Ace of Spades also looks quite nice. It's really simple, but it's nice. It's just a big spade, a big black spade with nothing but a writing in the middle with a white stripe. Minimal playing cards, as you can see there, and that's it. Now we'll get to the back design. The back design is just a normal deck of cards with a color on it. So it's just green, there's nothing else, no lines or design, it's just what it is. And it has a thin border, as I said, which is the same with the V2s. And the V1s actually have a thicker border. So these ones, I think, look better in fans. So yeah, and this deck, the really good thing about this deck is that it has a suit marking system. So if you can see this deck, a really simple deck with a really simple back design actually has a marking system for the suits. So that's a really like a really useful thing for magicians, and the layman and the audience, they will most likely not notice any marking system in here. But this deck only has a suit marking system, not the value, so I wouldn't know if this is a 8 or if this is a jack. So this deck is printed with a master finish, and it uses a diamond cut, which means that it's smooth. The diamond cut is actually much neater than the cut made on the USPCC cards. The USPCC cards look actually rougher, a bit more rough than the cards with a diamond cut made by EPCC. And actually, when I tried fairing with these cards, they're not much different with a normal bicycle, and I actually think that, yeah, so like the rough texture on the bicycle cards doesn't have actually that much effect on the fairing ability of the cards. So I don't think the diamond cut has much influence on the cards, but that's just my opinion. So now let's get to the handling. At first, when you get this deck out, it feels really slippery, but when you get them on your hands, it may feel like there's some wax or something getting on your hands because of the finish. But when you break it down, it's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be good. And this deck actually feels really different, or maybe when it's new it feels a lot different than a normal bicycle deck, but now it's not much different. But the stock is clearly not the same, and it's distinguishable between a stock from an expert playing card company printed deck and a USPCC deck. I've used this deck for a few months already, and I realized that this deck has a really snappy stock. It's really snappy, really thin, and really stiff. So it's a really durable deck of cards, and no matter how much you use them, it's not like you're gonna break them down, break it in, and it's gonna get soft, because it's just the way it is. It's really durable. So I really recommend these cards for magicians and card flourishers, for cardists. And the finish actually wears off after a while, and it's not that slippery anymore, which is not that good in my opinion, but it still fans quite nice, but not as good as it did before. As you can see, there's some clumping, but these cards handle really nice and quite good. Even though it's not slippery, it's the durable deck of cards. Lapel spreads, it's snappy, so it's good for lapel spreads, as you can see there. Waterfalls, also really nice, especially with the design. I don't know if you can see it, but you can actually see the green design when you do the waterfall there. And cuts, they stay together nicely. You can do aerial cuts and they still do them nicely. They don't like fall off or separate. Springs, they're really snappy, as I said, so it's really good, the springs. And one-handed fans, you can do a lot of things. They're quite nice, especially with the design. They look really bold, especially in cardistry. You can do anything you want with them. For example, the worm if you want, and they make pretty nice back designs, as you can see there. And ribbon spreads, they do them nicely. So basically this deck does everything nicely like a normal bicycle deck would do, but normally a bicycle deck lasts for 3 months for a lot of people, but this deck I've used them for like more than 7 months, and it's still holding up well and is really durable. So if you're finding a durable deck of cards, this one is definitely one of the best choices, because sometimes bicycle decks, after you use them for a while, they get soft, they get flexible. This one is also flexible, but it's a stiff and a thin stock, and it really looks good in cardistry. whatever you want to do with it, springs, cuts, or table work, whatever you want to do with it, it's nice. It's just that for some people, a stiff stock is not good. So maybe this is not what you're searching for, because no matter how long you use it, it's gonna stay stiff. Unless probably if you use it for a year or something. But I think this deck is a really nice deck and really stays to its purpose, which is to remain simple and like be a deck of cards that can be used every day for magicians, cardists, anyone who likes cards or play poker, anyone, like even normal people. It's really a nice deck of cards. It's simplistic, durable, and handles really nicely. And if you're like already bored of bicycle decks and searching for a unique deck of cards, then this one can be a new deck for you. It's definitely a different feel than a normal bicycle. And I think that the Expert Playing Card Company is really good. They're a new company that prints cards, and many people are using it now. So yeah, I would rate this deck a 8 out of 10. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helps. And if you like this video, click the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more deck reviews, tutorials, and more. See you next time. Bye.